The president of the United States has an advisor for everything. Trump is no exception. He probably has an advisor on when to go to the bathroom. He probably has an advisor on what to eat for dinner. He probably has an advisor on what club you should use for golf. Today we're going to talk about the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, and him fumbling questions that Congressman Pocan is throwing at him. Softball questions. This is Economics 101, but he can't even tell you what a tariff is. Let's take a look at this real quick.
Things are not Main Street, right? Main Street is an auto body repair, a specialty printer. So my concern is on the tariffs. Who pays tariffs, Mr. Secretary? No. Answer the questions I asked, please. I only have 5 minutes. Who pays tariffs?
Sorry? Well,
who pays tariffs?
Sorry,
Mr. Secretary, please.
Excuse me.
I will say for a second there, he forgot to press his button. Rookie mistake. You know, this guy's only in charge of recommending how we run our economy to the president of the United States. You know, he's the guy in the ear of Trump behind the tariffs. Now, is he the one that wanted to enact these tariffs? Maybe, maybe not. This guy's a ghoul, a little gremlin, a monster, if you will. On the other hand, Trump is probably impossible to work with. And if you want a piece of that power, you're going to have to be a yes man to Trump. This guy probably didn't want to crash the economy in the way that Trump is doing. However, we have no evidence in saying that he's trying to stop Trump to the best of his abilities, because he's still a MAGA loyalist and will do anything for Daddy Trump, anything for Daddy's approval. Okay.
The question is very simply, who pays tariffs, Mr. Chairman? I'd like him to answer that question.
Well,
he wants to answer other questions.
Well, Congress.
Before we move on with this, I want you to comment down below. Who pays tariffs? Do you know who pays the tariffs? I do. It's us. It's the consumer. It's a tax on the consumer. Tax on consumer goods.
If the Congressman, if the exporters, they dislike tariffs so much, why wouldn't they? If I think what you're trying to get me to say.
Did you remember the question? I'm not sure you did. Who pays tariffs?
It's a very complicated question.
I don't know what's going on. I think I need an adult. Somebody please help me. Daddy Trump, can you please come and give me a hand with this question? He's being really mean to me, and he's scaring me, and I don't know who pays tariffs. I think it's the person that ships out the stuff, but I don't really know if it's the people that ship out the stuff, so I don't know who pays the tariffs. This guy's a fucking joker, dude.
Reclaiming my time. People pay tariffs, right? Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time. You clearly aren't going to answer. I'm not going to waste my time having you go, Mr. Secretary, reclaim.
He's getting him. I will say this is my biggest problem with the congressional hearings and stuff. It always comes back to, sir, I'm reclaiming my time. Madam, I need to reclaim my time. This is my time to speak. This is not your time, okay? It's just pretty fucking childish in my opinion, but I guess you kind of have to do that when you're talking with morons like Scott Bessent.
Mr. Chairman, I asked reclaiming my time.
Tariffs.
Mr. Chairman, and I asked to reclaim my time. Did I not? No, I said reclaiming my time, because he's clearly not answering it. So, yeah, so as a small business owner, and unfortunately I'd like that time back since you failed to recognize me for 30 seconds. So I just recently from one of my suppliers got the tariff surcharge on things. And in addition to the tariff surcharge, guess what else got raised? American-made walnut plaques. That has nothing to do with tariffs, but companies take advantage and do that. So right now, we are getting screwed right and left because of the indiscriminate use of tariffs. That's the reality.
And this all comes back to greedflation, the greediness of these CEOs and distributors, even American-made products. They're going to say, well, everyone else is raising their prices. Why can't we? We should be able to profit off this also. We've seen this a lot during COVID, and it comes out every time there's an economic downfall or a pandemic or something going on in the government that's crazy and wacky and whatnot. But greed is something that is just bred in capitalism. You know, it's something we cannot get rid of in capitalism because it's part of the fucking deal. Because something like walnut placards, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the oil that you use to finish the walnut is shipped in, and maybe that's a little more inflated. But you use this much out of a bottle this big. It's not going to raise the price that much. Walnut is grown in America traditionally. We have a lot of it, especially in the great Northwest where I'm at. We have black walnut out here. It's real nice wood. I like it a lot. This is the type of shit that makes people lose hope in capitalists, because every time there's an opportunity, they raise the fucking prices on us, even if they don't have to. We've seen this with the price of eggs during COVID. This was not due to avian flu or whatever. This was from greedflation, and it was marked in the stores. I don't know if you had it in your stores, but in my stores it said, you know, eggs are being price gouged, whatever. Yeah, it's just a big part. Let's get back to this video.
For Main Street, and you go off to Beverly Hills for private investor conferences and talk about crazy Ivan theories. Answer that. What is the crazy Ivan theory of tariffs that you mentioned at the summit?
Well, first of all, sir, I've had meetings with more than 50 small lenders. So I want to clarify that. I would also say that in game theory, strategic uncertainty, of which you seem to like the name Crazy Ivan.
Well, it's your words, correct? Didn't you use Crazy Ivan at the
Well, you've used it 5 times. And
That's the question, Mr. Chairman.
I am saying the strategic uncertainty is part of negotiations. Should we say,
Okay,
here's what we'll accept. Please take this.
Okay, I've got your answer. Thank you. I'm going to reclaim my time again. So for a small business, we don't have that luxury, right? When the ports are empty in California and we can't get goods and people are stocking up for Christmas goods, Crazy Ivan is great for, please don't take this offense, really rich people like you. But for people like me, it's not, right? That's what makes small businesses fail. That's what makes people lose their jobs. That's what makes the stock market tank. So I'll ask one more time, who pays tariffs?
Sir, the history would show that it is a complicated mix of who pays the tariffs over various times.
So that's exactly.
Okay, we're gonna end this fucking video here. This guy is such a monster. He knows exactly how tariffs work. This guy is, you know, a known economist and what have you, and he knows exactly how tariffs work. He's not going to say how tariffs work because that's going to make Daddy Trump look bad. We can't do that. Not in MAGA. We have to always capitulate to what Daddy Trump is saying. The big orange boy is God King Fuhrer Pope Trump, and we can't go against him no matter what. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about Scott Bessent, and should he have been straightforward on this question, or do you think he was doing a good job by Mr. Donald Trump by eyeing this question in Congress? Like the video if you like the video. A subscribe would really help the channel grow, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.